yourself with the DQ app and download it today and save. Dairy Queen of Huron is open every day of the week for lunch, dinner, or an anytime snack. Dairy Queen of Huron.
Girls basketball for this Huron Tiger moment. The Tiger girls basketball team won the 1-0 state championship in 1989. In the first round, they defeated Watertown in the semifinals, and Barnburger against top-ranked Drury with the Tigers. A big comeback to come out on top. In the championship game, led by Amy Burnett's 33 points, the Tigers defeated Sioux Falls Lincoln 65-63 in overtime. So that was named first team All-State. The Tigers were coached by Tim Budenholzer.
Are your cats performing to their full potential? Does the ration provide everything they need? But the experienced feed consultants at Dakota Land Feed help you get the performance you want and the service you deserve. With the ability to balance rations for every stage of a cat's life, the feed consultants provide valuable information to support your operation. They strive to provide best-in-class service and knowledge you can count on. Dakota Land Feed, your local feed supplier.
The Tiger Coach interview is brought to you by The Scoreboard, downtown Huron. Enjoy fantastic service and basket meals, plus their many big screen TVs. The Scoreboard, 3rd Street, downtown Huron.
Continue our pre-match as we get set here on Tigers, Rapid City Central Cobblers. Afternoon volleyball here at the arena. Here on Tiger Coach Josh Lane, brought to you by The Scoreboard, 3rd Street, downtown Huron. Tigers last night were swept by Rapid City Stevens, and Coach, give Stevens credit. They got a solid club, and they just jumped out right away.
Yeah, they're big, they're fast, they're strong, and that's why their record is what it is, right? We felt like we did as good as we did a good job of serving them out of system, but there's a lot of teams like that can still beat us when they're out of system. Our hitters worked really hard trying to score, ended up negative in some instances where they made more errors than they made kills, but we had to play high risk, high reward volleyball last night, and Stevens did a good job of getting off the bus early. It's one thing to hang with teams like that 14-14, and then they put their foot on the gas and kind of stretch it out in the end. But didn't have what it took, didn't have a deep enough gas tank last night, but quick turnaround today. Got no choice but to put that in the rearview mirror and focus on Rapid City Central.
That is thing, very quick turnaround here. Hard to get teenage girls up in the morning in the first place, more or less, to be here at 10 o'clock to play volleyball.
Well, mark that back a while because we serve and passed this morning as a warm-up, so we've been in the gym for a minute. Parents brought us breakfast while we were here, so we're ready to go. We feel good. We've got one more discussion that we have to have about the scouting report to make sure that we're dialed in. Good news is there's a few similarities today as to what we prepared for last night, but there are a few differences. Obviously, it's a different team, so we're going to go ahead and talk through those differences this morning and be ready. Be as ready as we can be for an early afternoon matchup here against Central.
And while this is always a hard one to prepare for anyway, because you kind of focused on Stevens most of the week, but a little extra tough today because Central's actually paying up. They're not showing the lineup that they've showed most of the season.
Yeah, so scouting report isn't completely out the window, but we have to anticipate a few changes, right? So we believe that their two best point scorers are still going to play today, and they're going to play in the position in which they play. So they've got number 10 Isabel on the outside pin. She's going to get their second most contacts, and she reminds me a lot of our very own Allie Davis, who we get to play against every day in practice. She's a very vocal. She wants the ball, high risk, high reward arm swing. So we're gonna make sure she is part of our blocking priority. Our other blocking priority is going to come out of Chloe. The opposites, the right side hitters, can cause us fits in our gym. We've noticed that, and so we worked hard on blocking that this week. And so Chloe's going to she's going to get the ball more than any opposite we've faced, maybe even Lincoln. She's not left-handed; she's right-handed, so we can at least practice against somebody that looks like her because all of our opposites are right-handed. But she hits all the shots. She's going to try to beat us down the line. She's going to come back to zone 6 where we're going to plant Hilton, and she's going to hit a cut shot to take our setter out of our offense. And so we're going to have to Chloe and Jaylee are going to have really good nights tracking those two hitters, because if we don't prioritize them, we're really going to struggle, and that's going to be the key, in my opinion, in today's victory. We're going to have to make solid transitions on defense, be stopped at the right time in the right place, and then play from there. And if we can do that against Isabel and Chloe, we're going to be just fine.
Josh Lean, head coach of the Tigers. Again, Coach Lean, brought to you by the Scoreboard, 3rd Street, downtown Huron. This is Dakota Sports on Tiger.
And the entire crew of the Scoreboard is on music from Marshall Unit. Stopping with the Scoreboard, located at 56 3rd Street, Southeast in Huron. Featuring a full menu, check out the website at scoreboardhuron.com. Whether it's college football or the NFL, you can watch all the exciting action on one of their many big screen TVs. Scoreboard also has a sideline racing for your next event. You can find 37580. Have a good time with both friends at the Scoreboard Bar and Grill. Now, Scoreboard and Tigers.
When the game means bumps, bruises, and breaks happen. Lean on Huron Regional Medical Center Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Ober and Dr. Todd Anderson, along with the Pro Rehab Physical Therapy teams, are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at HuronRegional.org, because when it comes to your health, the right care is right here. Best of luck to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center.
Inheritance, romance, and investment scams continue to plague South Dakotans with high dollar amount losses. They prey on vulnerable adults and swindle consumers out of their funds. Scammers befriend the victim, making it difficult for them to see the reality of what's happening. If you have a loved one susceptible to this type of scam, sit down and talk with them about these issues before it happens to them. If you or a loved one have been scammed in this manner, please reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
We're back away with play-by-play. This week, Huron Tigers.
Reagan Bischoff, number 2, sophomore setter. Spencer Gergen, number 4, senior setter. Chloe Carr, number 6, senior middle blocker. Kinder Cheeks, number 7, junior outside hitter. Hilton Hines, number 9, senior libero. Tyler Tedder, number 11, junior opposite. Tyler Pesky, number 12, senior opposite. Ava Wambach, number 13, junior defensive special. Claire Davis, number 16, outside hitter, sophomore. Addie Knight, number 17, junior outside. Allie Davis, number 18, senior outside. Glennon Caldwell, number 19, sophomore, defensive specialist. Erin Kisses, 20, freshman opposite. Julie Olson, number 21, middle blocker, junior. Two times South Dakota Sports Crawford and more. And the voice of the Huron Tigers, Jeff Duffy.
And we're back at the arena just in time for the national anthem, and then we'll have lineups and first serve. We'll take a timeout 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
1919 root beer is brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients, real sugar and real vanilla. Their unique recipe and choice ingredients make 1919 root beer the creamiest, full-bodied draft root beer available. Pick up 1919 root beer, distributed by Elwine Brothers, at your favorite convenience store or grocery store in Huron. Elwine Brothers wishes the Huron Tigers the best of luck. Go Tigers! Northern Center for Recreation in Huron is your ultimate destination for fun and fitness. Challenge yourself and get fit with the fitness rooms that fits your schedule. Northern Center offers water classes, weight and cardio classes, bicycle spin classes, and more. These fitness classes are led by the Northern Center's expert instructors. Sign up for a fitness class today. The Northern Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends. Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJZ are your home for Huron Tiger Sports.
And welcome back to the Huron Arena. I'm Jeff Duffy, getting set for Huron Tiger volleyball. The Huron Tigers 5-10, Rapid City Central Cobblers at 8-10. Rapid City Central, here's the way they'll go. They play a lot of girls, even though they're missing a couple due to injury. Girls expected on the floor, Cadence Myers, senior defensive specialist. Kaylin Duquette, a senior, middle and right side. Elsa Tibke, a freshman, outside and right side. Carolyn Gray, a junior defensive specialist. Bailey Beard Tripp, a senior. I assume she's the libero. Oh, no, Reagan Page is. Anyway, Isabel Richard is a senior outside. Kaya Strasser is a senior, middle and right side. Abby Conroy, outside, right side senior. JC Rubeld, a middle and right side senior. Chloe Shreve is a senior, right side, outside. Reagan Page, sophomore libero, and Deja Dudley will have the setting duties today for Rapid City Central. Girls expected on the floor for the Huron Tigers, Jency Gergen, 5'8" senior setter. Chloe Carr, 6' senior middle. Hilton Hines, 5'8" senior libero. Kaya Cheddar, 5'7" junior right side. Kyle Pesky, 5'7" senior right side. Addie Knight, 5'8" junior outside. Allie Davis, 5'7" senior outside. Arian Fitzer, 5'9" freshman right side. Jaylee Olson, 6' junior middle. Ava Wambach, a 5'4" junior defensive specialist. As I said, Rapid City Central's missing a couple of girls. They're starting libero, Josie Williamson. I think she did play last night, but she's been nursing an injury, and they're holding her out today. Then Braylon Vliestra is one of their setters. Normally they're a 6'2" with two setters rotating through, but Vliestra got hurt in practice Thursday, and she's out for this weekend. So Deja Dudley will run the show in a 5-1 for Rapid City Central. Rapid City Central has their white tops with red numbers and letters, little red and silver trim. Huron wearing the pink tops tonight with white numbers and letters. Hilton Hines wearing the white top as libero. And Page wearing a red top as libero for Rapid City Central. Officials for our match are backed by the South Dakota Attorney General Office Consumer Affairs Division. Calling our match this afternoon, Carrie Schoenfish of Minnow and Donna Sunahara of Roscoe. They are the law on the court, and they're backed by the South Dakota Attorney General Office Consumer Affairs Division. Allie Davis will lead off serving for the match. Her serve across, little knuckleball. Page handles it in the back row. Back set, right side hit over the block, dug out by Huron. Bumped ahead, just going to be a free ball by Hines. Bump to the left side, the tip across, and it drops right in front of Hines. Looked like it kind of crossed up Hilton. And Richard will get the first kill of the match, and Rapid City Central a 1-0 lead. Then how come Huron is serving if Rapid City Central got the point? They got, I guess it was a point for Huron, so I don't know what happened there. It is a point for Huron. Tigers' third hit, they do get it across. Dudley will set off to the left. They hit down the line. Nice dig by Gergen. Nice save by Hines. And tipped across by Olson. Dudley from the net. Here's the tip, and we have a whistle, and I believe a foot fault is called on Rapid City Central, and Huron off to a 2-0 lead. So I'm not sure what happened on that first point that everybody thought was Rapid City Central. They even had it up on the scoreboard, but Huron got it. Now up 2-0. And Dudley unable to handle the serve. Tibke didn't have a great pass from the back row. That's going to be an ace for Allie Davis, and Huron goes up 3-0 here early on. Davis delivers the serve. That one goes long. Service here gets a Rapid City Central on the board, and it's 3-1. Serving now for I keep saying Aberdeen Central. It's Rapid City Central. Bump ahead and free ball across by Knight. Cobblers can set it up. Dudley from the net. They hit from the middle. There's a big rip. And the kill for Rapid City Central, Rubelt. And Rapid City Central pulls within 3-2. Again, Richard preparing to serve for the Cobblers. In the corner, there's Knight. And then, boy, Huron just got caught flat-footed. Knight handled the serve, and then no communication on who should make a play on the ball. And we're tied at 3. Not really an ace. I guess they are going to give one to Richard. Gergen back set. Olson right side. Goes long. And Huron wanted the tip, and they got it. It was touched by the Rapid City Central block, and Huron goes up 4-3, and that'll be a kill for Jaylee Olson. Hilton Hines now on the serve for Huron. Serve to the corner, going down to get it, Tibke. Set right back to her, Tibke cross court, high in the air by Davis, and will be free balled by Gergen. Cobblers can set it up, set in the middle. There's the tip this time. Bumped ahead and backline attack for Davis. Cross court and just missed. Had the right idea, but just missed on that cross court, and we're tied at 4. Serving for Rapid City Central now is Reagan Page. Page, she'll send that. I think that would have went long, but Hines played it anyway. Knight off the left side, pops it back row. Richard there. Back set right side. The hit by Shreve, dug out by Hines. Pass ahead, backline attack. The tip up the middle, campfire for Allie Davis. Huron back up 5-4. Ava Wambach to a serve and play back row for Huron as Fitzer rotates off the floor. 5-4 lead, Huron, we're just underway. Serve back row to Richard. Dudley tries to bump it off the net, and a nice play. Rapid City Central able to get it back. Now they do a one set tip, and goes right to Gergen, who just knocks it back into the campfire for the kill, and it's 6-4. Huron. Boy, a lot of one hit attacks there by both teams. Ava Wambach with the serve again for Huron. Serve into the corner to Tibke. Pass ahead. Right side hit goes long, hitting air by Tibke. Huron a little run here to go up 7-4 in set 1. Wambach again prepares to serve for the Huron Tigers. Float it back row, serve receive. Richard back set right side, Shreve. Tigers got a block on it. Nice dig by Davis. Get it tonight in the middle, goes back row. Page digs it out, but nobody goes over to get it. Kill for Addie Knight, and Huron goes up 8-4, 4-0 run by Huron. Ava Wambach again prepares to serve. Puts it back to the corner and goes long. Second service error against the Huron Tigers. And Rapid City Central pulls within 8-5. Coming into a serve for Rapid City Central is Deja Dudley. And into the front row, back in the front row is Abby Conroy. Serve to the corner, serve received by Davis, set. Here's the tip across in the campfire, shanked, and Knight, some nice touch to find the open spot. 9-5 as Addie Knight picks up her second kill. Now she steps back to serve for Huron. Back row, Page handles it. Dudley will back set right side. The hit blocked at the net by Huron, dug out by Knight. Set ahead for Davis. Her hit through the block, dug out by Page. Dudley will set. Right side hit goes way long, hitting air by Tibke. And Huron up 10-5 in set 1. Knight again with the serve for Huron. Back row, Page shanks it. That's an ace for Addie Knight. Huron up 11-5. And looks like the Cobblers want a timeout. Timeout Rapid City Central here on 11-5 lead here in set 1. We'll take a timeout at 30 on Dakota Sports.
Sydney with Brian J. Davidson Insurance Agency in Huron. We change thousands of diapers, not hundreds of cups, with hours of PPE because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Brian Davidson will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance can mean everything. Call today, because like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Strong start for the Huron Tigers, leading 11-5 in set 1. Huron right now on a 7-1 run. And the Cobblers burn their first time out here in set 1. Addie Knight will go back to that service area, keep momentum going for the pink. As outside of Hilton Hines, everybody's got those pink tops in again, or on again this afternoon. Knight serves a back row. Page handles it. Dudley will back set. Right side hit Tibke. Tigers got a block on it. Set across. Allie Davis off that left pin. Goes long. Hitting air. Gets one back for Rapid City Central. It's 11-6. Elsa Tibke will serve for the Cobblers. Tibke lost control of the ball there briefly. Now sends it back to the corner to Hines. Back set, right side. Carr hits it down the middle. Chloe Carr timed that perfectly. Dropped it right in front of Tibke. Chloe with her first kill, and Huron back up 12-6. Now in for Huron, it's Claire Davis getting a chance to serve. Claire hasn't seen much varsity time here, but she's getting a chance to serve. This is the rotation with Hilton Hines off the floor. Serve receive. Dudley back sets. Right side hit down the line. Deflected, and Davis a nice play to get it across from Knight. Popped ahead by Rapid City Central. They'll get it back row. Dug out by Claire Davis, but then nobody went to the ball. Claire did her job. She got the dig, but then a little indecision between Knight and Gergen, who was going to take that over. And Rapid City Central gets one back. It's 12-7, and Hines back on the floor for Huron, and Kaylin Duquette serving for Rapid City. Send it back row. Knight handles it. Back serve. Quick set in the middle. There's Jency Gergen with that setter magic. 13-7. Huron back up by 6. Second kill for Gergen. Jency now steps back to serve. Serve into the back row. Serve received by Tibke. Set in the middle. The tip dug out by Gergen. Bump ahead. Here comes Fitzer off the right side through the block. Tibke digs it out, and right side just going to be a free ball by Rapid City Central. Set in the middle. Here's the big hit. Jaylee Olsen. Nice dig by Page. And the Cobblers will just have to free ball it to Hines from the net. Gergen back sets. Here's Fitzer with the hit. Popped up in the air. Dug out by Dudley. Sent ahead. Not a great pass, but the Cobblers do get it across. Hines will set behind the spike line. There's the hit. Goes long. Huron wanted a touch. Didn't get it. Hitting air brings Rapid City Central back within 13-8. Chloe Shreve back into the front row for Rapid City Central. She hasn't had many. She didn't have many touches there. Or swings. Her first time, first rotation through. Back set for Davis. Her hit down the middle. Nice dig, Tibke, and Rapid City Central was in the net. Tibke did have the nice dig on that, but somebody on the block got into the net. Huron up 14-8. Allie Davis to serve, so Huron's made a complete rotation with Davis serving for the second time. Serve to the corner. Serve receive Cobblers. They'll get it up ahead. Shreve off the left side just pops it back row. Gergen back sets. Right side. Fitzer with the tip over the double block. Nice dig by Page. And Shreve will free ball it and did not get it even close to the net. Huron increases the lead to 15-8 here in set one. Allie Davis with the serve. Davis floats it back row, and Page, it dies in front of her. She did get underneath it, but hit it right into the bottom of the net. That's an ace for Allie Davis, and Huron up 16-8. Second ace in the set for Allie. Serve back row, and Page goes down to get it. Overpass, Olsen hits it back, but Cobblers were ready. Shreve on the right side slaps across court. Little ricochet over the net, tipped back by Olsen. Jaylee Olsen challenged the front row player for the Cobblers, and she won the battle. Huron gets up 17-8 as Jaylee picks up her second kill in set one. Davis serves to the corner. Serve receive Richard. Pass ahead, just going to be a free ball by the Cobblers, and that's way off. Trying to back it across Carolyn Gray, and Huron opens up a 10-point lead at 18-8 in set one. Coach News already used one timeout here for now. She's going to see if her girls can just play their way out of this. Davis with the serve. off the net. Cobblers can't make a play. Another ace for Allie Davis, and Huron pulling away up 19-8. 3 aces here in set 1 for Allie Davis. Davis again with the serve into the net, service error. Cobblers get one back. It's 19-9 Huron. Third service error on the Huron Tigers here in set 1. Isabel Richard will serve for Rapid City Central. Pops it to Davis, back row, bumped ahead by Gergen. Here comes Knight with the hit down the middle. Nice dig, back row, Richard. In the middle, little two-hand tip by the Cobblers, and then Huron had nobody go to it. That's the second time that it's been just a tip there, right, for somebody to take, and this time, I think it was Hines and Gergen that kind of looked at each other, and nobody made a play. 19-10. Serve back row, Hines. Gergen with the back set. Here's Olsen with the hit and blocked back by the Cobblers. Abby Conroy with the block kill. 19-11 is the Cobblers. A 3-0 run, their best run here in this first set. Again, Richard prepares to serve. Back row serve, receive Hines. Set to the left. Here's the hit off the pin by Knight. A hit back by Rapid City Central. Back set, right side, Fitzer with the hit cross court. Dug out in the back row by Richard and free-balled by Rapid City Central. Gergen sets from the middle this time. There's the little tip down the middle by Addie Knight. Don't see Addie in the middle very often, but she got the campfire shot there. And Addie Knight picks up her third kill, and here I'm back up 20-11. Serve back row, and that dies right in front of the libero Page for an ace. 21-11. Hilton Hines registers the ace. Serve back row, Page, a little trouble if they do deflect it across. Pass ahead, Knight coming off that left pin, hits it wide left. 21-12. Point goes back to Rapid City Central. Page serving for the Cobblers and goes wide left. Just did not hit it correctly. First service error, Rapid City Central in the set, and here on 3 points away at 22-12. Ava Wambach to serve and play back row for Huron as Fitzer comes off the floor. Serve back row, serve receive by Richard. They'll go off to the left side, Tibke. Dug out by Knight. Set, quick set. There's Gergen again. Such a sweet move when the setter does that. A little dump over to the middle into the campfire. Jency Gergen, 3 kills, 23-12. Huron 2 points away. Wambach delivers the serve, back row. Richard able to play it. Here's the set, right side Tibke up the middle, dig by Hines. And then it went over, and what do we have? A foot fault or something. I don't know what that was. The ball, it was an overpass. Gergen went up with it, but then didn't, I don't think made contact, but she must have landed on the line or something. 23-13. Rapid City Central trailing, but has the serve with Deja Dudley. Into the net service error, and Huron at set point, 24-13. Second service error, Rapid City Central. And set point for Addie Knight. Knight lobs it back row. Page there, back set, right side hit. And oh, that might have went long, but Hilton Hines dove after it, and that'll be a kill for Tibke, I believe. Her first. 24-14. Still set point, but Huron no longer controls the serve as Tibke, who just got the kill, will serve. Serve receive for Knight. Gergen back sets, right side Carr, cross court, shanked in the back row. Chloe Carr ends the first set with the kill. Huron takes set 1, 25-14. Huron up 1-0. We'll take a timeout, 2 minutes. Back with set 2 here on Dakota Sports.
Experience Delicious. Experience why you take the restaurant in East Mountain. They specialize in steaks, burgers, seafood, and pasta. Find a caterer can host your party in a private room and offer catering too. Open Monday through Friday 4 to 10, Saturday 4 to 11, and open for lunch every Thursday 11 to 2 and closed on Sunday. Find a restaurant in East Mountain in the Crossroads in downtown Huron. The bus office smokes large reservations and outdoor patios, as well as commercial and industrial spaces. At 605-252-6776, get a free estimate. There is a full paint press, helping get great lighting, durable surfaces, and epoxy flooring. The owner and operator visit them at 201 Market Street. Check out the website at smokepaintpress.net. Paint Press is a proud sponsor here on Tiger Sports. At Car Chiropractic, we don't put injuries just on the sideline of the game. Make it sideline for life. Whether you're a weekend warrior, an athlete, or just love staying active, getting back to your best is what we do best. Our team of experts will work with you one-on-one to develop a rehab plan that is unique as you are. Don't let an injury keep you from doing what you love. Call Car Chiropractic today at 605-352-5264 or visit carchiropractic.com. Adams Cooking is your go-to place for convenient, reliable oil changes. Fast, easy, no-pressure oil changes for your family vehicle. No equipment needed. See you in 1159 Fort Avenue Road. You're down in the car, 2x2, right to the top. Adams Cooking is also a tire repair, batteries, and filters. Open your own and open at 4 a.m. every day except Sundays. Trust your family vehicle with Adams Cooking. 1159 Fort Avenue Road. Adams Cooking is proud sponsor of Tiger Sports. Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJZ.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena. Huron Tigers take set one, 25-14 on your Seven Sons Heating and Air scoreboard update. Lower level today, JV. Huron sweeps 25-15, 25-17. Sophomore, Huron sweeps there as well, 26-24, 25-7. Seven Sons Heating and Air scoreboard update 605-352-5316. So Huron just pretty much pulled away. It was a 4-4 tie, and then they just pulled away from there. Cobblers just were never able to get a real good sustained run going and get themselves some momentum. And Huron took advantage as we get set to go here in the second set. And it looks like Rapid City Central has made a change in their lineup, as Cadence Myers will now take over as libero for the Cobblers. Don't see that. Don't see a team change that very often. So a lineup change already here for Rapid City Central as we're getting the lineup checks before we can get this second set underway. Well, we're taking a long time on the lineup checks, and now it looks like they're seeing if everybody, okay. I know Huron did change what they normally do on their lineups just because of they'd scouted Rapid City Central all week as running a 6-2, but they're actually a 5-1, so that kind of changed the matchups that they would normally, or change the rotation of what they would normally do. So like I said, a change at libero. Cadence Myers takes over that spot for Rapid City Central. And the Cobblers will serve with Carolyn Gray to begin set number 2. Send it back row to Wambach. Set across Davis off that left side. Pops it back row. Myers there. Not a great pass. In fact, the Gray ended up sliding across the center line trying to catch up to that. I think we even we might be going back to a 6-2 here, it looks like, for Rapid City Central. Carolyn Gray might be doing some setting now for the Cobblers. And Claire Davis will serve for Huron, so first server is the sophomore Davis. And shanked in the back row by Myers, an ace for Claire Davis, 2-0. Huron Tigers. Claire Davis again delivers the serve for the Pink of Huron. Serve receive, and again the Cobblers, they do get it across. Good hustle by Shreve. Gergen sets Olsen from the middle, drills it. Nice dig, back row by Richard. Pass, they do get it across. Great play, great slide by Knight, and going to be tipped to the corner by Davis. What a dig by Addie Knight to keep the ball alive, and then Huron gets it to Allie Davis, who finishes it off. 3-0 lead, Huron. And again, the sophomore, Claire Davis, serving to the corner. Serve, receive, Richard. Set ahead, Gray to Shreve, and Shreve with the cross court drops it in front of Knight this time. 3-1 lead. And that is the first kill for Chloe Shreve. She gets the most swings usually of anybody on the floor for Rapid City Central. Cobbler's serve, receive for Knight. Gergen has to come out to get it. Davis off the left side, dug out, and not a great dig. Went off the antenna as Tipke tried to go down and control it. Allie Davis with another kill and is 4-1. I have Allie now with 3 kills, 2 of them here in the first 4 points of set 2. Now Jency Gergen to serve for Huron. Gergen to the corner. Serve, receive, Tipke shanks it into the stands. And Huron gets up early here, 5-1, as Gergen gets her first ace of the afternoon. And Huron up 5-1. Huron's been serving aggressively, and it's paid dividends. Serve to the corner, and Tipke goes down to get it. Trouble with it, and Cobblers can't get it across. 6-1 lead, and Huron really serving effectively right now. Gergen with her second ace. Now the Cobblers are going to make a change in the back row as Tipke's going to come out, and coming on the floor for Rapid City Central is Reagan Page, who started the game as libero. Now she's got the white jersey on and is playing back row. Gergen serves it, going down to get it. Myers bumped ahead by Gray, hit across back row, dug out by Hines from the middle. Olsen blocked back by Shreve. Shreve with the block kill for Rapid City Central. Cobblers get back within 6-2. Kaylin Duquette checks into the front row for the Cobblers, and serving is Cadence Myers. Myers sends it to the corner to Knight. Back set, right side, Jaylee Olsen, cross court, and it was touched. It would have went out, but it was touched as the Rapid City Central girl went after it on the dig. And Huron goes up 7-2 with Jaylee Olsen picking up her third kill on the cross court shot. Allie Davis serves and goes down, and Richard saves it. Free balled by Shreve right to Hines. Gergen sets. Here's the hit by Olsen and went wide left. Jaylee was trying to look like she was going right, went left, and just hit it out of bounds. 7-3. Rapid City Central pulls back within 4, and it looks like they are trying a 6-2 again here with Gray and Dudley rotating at setter. Dudley serving as she just came in. Serve, receive, Hines. Back set. Right side, Olsen into the net. Cobblers within 7-4 in set 2. Huron up 1-0. A little late, but it is 13 minutes after 1 o'clock. KIJV, AM/FM Huron. Huron Tiger volleyball from the Huron Arena. Serve down to get it, Davis from the middle. Here's the hit, blocked back as Kyla Pesky tried the hit. Was blocked back by Duquette, I believe, and Rapid City Central on a little run as they pulled within 7-5. This is a 4-1 run now for the Cobblers. Dudley serves and goes long. Service error. Huron gets one back. It's 8-5. Third service error against Rapid City Central this afternoon. Chloe Carr into the front row for Huron, and Hilton Hines to serve for the Tigers. Back row, serve, receive, Myers. Dudley will set off to the left, deep angle, and Hines could not get there with the dig. That was a really tough angle, a tough shot, and Conroy able to deliver the kill. Rapid City Central back within 2 at 8-6. Back in for Rapid City Central is Elsa Tibke. She'll play front row, and serving is Isabel Richard. Short serve, Huron gets there, hit by Pesky up the middle. Pesky split the back row for the kill, and Huron goes up 9-6. Pesky now rotates out as Ava Wambach in to serve and play back row for the Huron Tigers. 9-6, Huron leading in set 2 and up 1-0. Serve back row, serve receive Myers. Set across, just going to be a free ball and miss hit by Ducat and didn't even get to the net. Hitting error by Rapid City Central, Huron up 10-6 in set 2. And once again, Wambach with the serve. A little knuckleball. Boy, I saw the English on that one, and that just was like almost like a slider in baseball. Ate up Myers in the back row, 11-6. As Ava Wambach gets the ace. Huron up 5. Wambach with the serve. Spin on this one. Myers handles it. Dudley sends it ahead. The hit down the line, dug out by Wambach. Here's the quick set by Gergen. Dudley, a nice sliding dig. Right side to Antip, dug out by Davis. Bump by Gergen. Here comes Knight, and Myers digs it from the back row. Dudley sends it ahead and going to be tapped into the back row to Hines. Set, here's the hit. Knight blocked at the net by the Cobblers. Tipped back by Carr. It was blocked at the net, but then Rapid City Central was completely out of position, and Chloe Carr took advantage and just tipped it right down the middle. And Huron goes up 12-6, Wambach serving. Ava puts it back row to Tibke. Back set, right side hit, up the middle. Nice dig by Davis. Overpass, knocked back by Ducat. Ducat gets her second kill, both in this set. Cobblers pull within 12-7. JC Rubelt into the front row for Rapid City Central, and serving is Ducat for the Cobblers. Serve back row, Hines. Set in the middle. Here's Carr with a tip, and just read the court. Perfect spot. Chloe Carr tips it for the kill, 13-7. Chloe now with 4 kills, 2 in each set. And Addison Knight to serve for the Huron Tigers. Serve back row, serve receive, kind of shanked. Dudley comes out to get it. Just going to have to be a free ball by the Cobblers. Hines will send it ahead for Davis off that left side and drills it right up the middle. Nobody's home. 14-7 as Allie Davis picks up her 4th kill and 3rd of this set, and Huron opening up a lead here again in set 2 as they did in set 1. Knight serving. Shanked in the back row. Cobblers get control and will free ball with Myers, and free balled it long. Hitting error on the 3rd hit, and Huron up 15-7. And Rapid City Central takes a timeout. Huron up 1-0, up 15-7 in set 2. Timeout 30 on Dakota Sports.
This timeout.
Carry out for fast delivery. Ever for delivery or carry out, you're going to call it 252-6925. Not sure what to order from the delicious menu? Then dine in and try the famous Godfather's Buffet, featuring a variety of pizza slices, tasty chicken, and many salads and desserts to choose from. With local ales, Wisconsin, Ohio, beers, and the rest of the pizza crew. We're located on 195 21st Street in Huron. Godfather's Pizza. Give them a call, 352-6925.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena. Huron Tigers on a nice run as they've increased their lead to 15-7. It is a 7-1 run by Huron. And Rapid City Central using their first timeout here in this second set. Knight prepares to serve, looks to keep momentum going for Huron in those pink tops. Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Serve receive Myers. Dudley has to come out to get it. Tipke from the back row. Saved by Carr and then hit back to the corner by Davis. It was a great dig by Chloe Carr. And then Allie Davis just read the floor and saw there was nobody in that back corner. Delivered the kill. 16-7 Huron. Serve receive and drops right in front of Tipke in the back row. That's an ace for Addie Knight, and Huron up 10, 17-7. Knight picks up her second ace of the afternoon. Huron up 10. Serve, short serve, too short, into the net, service error. Cobblers get one back at 17-8. First service error this set on the Huron Tigers. And in to serve for Rapid City Central, and she'll take over setting duties as well, is Carolyn Gray. Serve back row, and Davis handles it. Set back to her. Hit, defeats the block. Allie Davis has that strong swing. She has 5 kills in this set and 6 overall. Huron back up by 10. Interesting, Coach Lean said in the pre-match, Allie Davis, she needs a blocker in front of her to be effective because if it's wide open, she usually puts it through the back wall. Claire Davis to serve. She's been getting some time here this afternoon. The sophomore puts it back row. Myers handles it. Gray has to hustle over to get it. Third hit. Myers will get it across and just long. Huron let it go, but that was very close. But Huron does get the point and pushes ahead 19-8 here in set number 2. And Claire Davis again with the serve. Claire to the corner. Serve, receive, Richard. Pass ahead, and Shreve will just free ball it. Gergen sets, back set across. Oh, nice dig by the Cobblers. They get it back across. Gergen sets. Here comes Davis with the swing off the top of the net, and what's the whistle? The down official. Yeah, that's not really your call. She thought it hit the antenna. It did not, and the line judge right there to say it did not, so we'll go replay on that. And Claire Davis will serve again. Serve back row, serve receive Myers. Set in the middle, they hit into the net. And Huron pulling away up 12-20-8. Claire Davis put in as the designated server this afternoon, and she has been effective, the sophomore for the Tigers. Goes to the corner, serve receive Richard. Set by Gray, they hit up the middle. Tigers block it back, 21-8 Huron. Davis was there. I'm not sure she's the one who got the block. I know Olsen was there. I'm sure Davis was at least involved in it. 21-8 Huron pulling away. Claire Davis on the serve. Myers handles it. Set to the left for Shreve, and Shreve goes long. 22-8 Huron 3 points away here in set 2. And that's the thing, Shreve, I think she's 6'3". They don't have the heights listed, but Coach Lean says she's at least 6'3", and they just have not gotten the ball to her a lot because she's a very formidable hitter. And a bad serve receive in the back row. Another ace for Huron, 23-8. Claire Davis gets her second ace of the afternoon. Huron right now on a 6-0 run. Serve to the corner, down to get it Richard. Set by Gray, overpass, knocked back by Gray, but dug out, or was it, Huron in the net. Kind of a delay call, and both teams are still playing, but they called a net call on Davis. The whistle came late enough where both teams pretty much just decided to ignore it, but finally they do get play stopped, and they call Huron in the net. That stops the Huron run. It's 23-9 Huron serving for Rapid City Central. Elsa Tibke floats it back row to Wambach. Set up the middle. Here's Olsen with the hit. Popped up in the air. Dug out by Myers. Pass ahead. And going to be hit from the back row by Richard. Gergen sets to the left. Here's Davis again into the net. 23-10 as the Cobblers get a couple points back. 23-10. Huron already up 1-0. Afternoon volleyball at the Huron Arena. Tibke to serve for Rapid City Central. Serve receive, back row Knight. Overpass going to be knocked back. Boy, that looked like an illegal hit. Tigers dig it out. Left side hit for Davis, down to the corner. Gray, now Tibke, third hit. Somebody's got to get across, they do. Gergen will set from the net. They hit by Olsen down the middle, and Rapid City Central in the net. And Huron at set point at 24-10. Page going to check in and play back row for Huron. And Jency Gergen will serve for the Tigers at set point. 24-10 Huron. Looking to go up 2-0. Gergen floats a short serve. Coming up to get it, Richard. Back set, right side hit. Into the net. Was a block. Either way, it's a point for Huron. And the Tigers take set 2, 25-10. Huron up 2-0. That'll be a kill for Allie Davis. Timeout, 2 minutes. Back with set 3 on Dakota Sports.
Proud to sponsor the Huron Tigers. The doctors and staff at the Huron Eye Clinic are committed to providing quality service and products to their patients in Huron and surrounding areas. The Huron Eye Clinic offers comprehensive eye exams, contact lens exams, infant teeth screenings, LASIK consultations, ocular disease services, and pediatric eye care. Stop in at the office at 1288 Dakota Avenue South to make an appointment, or call the Huron Eye Clinic today at 605-352-4181.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance your existing home? I'm Henry Olson, your local mortgage loan officer at American Basin Trust in Huron. Whether it's a conventional loan with local servicing, VA, everything, rural development, jumbo, or a home equity line of credit, I'm here to help you find the right fit. Let's make your home goals happen. Apply today at mortgagewithjamie.com or call 353-2818. American Basin Trust, where your journey begins. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Wishbone Market is proud to be part of the Huron community and the Huron area high school athletes all season long. At Wishbone, they believe in supporting local, which is why you'll find South Dakota favorites on their shelves, from wines and meats to hometown snacks. They have great in-store savings and new products with updates shared on their Facebook page. Follow them on Facebook and stop in today. Shop local, save more, and enjoy the best from South Dakota at Wishbone Market. Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season. Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena. Huron Tigers off to a 2-0 lead here as we take a look at our scoreboard update. Seven Suns Heating and Air, located on 111 Dakota Avenue North in Huron. Mitchell took set 1 from Rapid City Stevens, 27-25. So a solid start there for Mitchell against the number 5 ranked team in AA. And Huron scores 25-14 and 10. And that is your Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update. Waiting for lineup checks here in set 3, and Coach New, I think she's been juggling rotations pretty much every time. And Huron has come out with some different alignments than what they normally do as well. So we get ready for the third set, get the lineup checks in store, and Huron with convincing wins in the first 2 sets, but that's the beauty of volleyball. You get done with the set, then everybody starts 0-0 for the next set. Addison Knight will serve to lead off for the Huron Tigers. I think Huron's had a different server to start all 3 sets now, with Knight doing the honors here in set 3. Serve back row, going to be handled back there by Conroy. Here's the set. The hit from the middle, dumped in the middle by Rubelt, and I believe this is the first lead of the afternoon for Rapid City Central at 1-0. Rubelt picks up her second kill. 1-0 lead, Cobblers. And they serve. Bumped ahead by Gergen. Here's the punch across by Allie Davis, and then Rapid City Central in the net. We're tied at 1. Now doing some of those double switches, as Jency Gergen thought she was supposed to serve, but no, it's Claire Davis who came in. As Hilton Hines, this is her 1 rotation to sit as libero. Claire Davis, the sophomore, serves into the net. And it's 2-1, Rapid City Central. 5th service error against the Huron Tigers. Now Hines gets back on the floor and serving Abby Conroy. And serves a right to Hines, bumped ahead. Here's the hit, just going to be tipped across by Davis this time. Set in the middle, here comes Shreve with the hit, way long, going right to left. We're tied at 2. And the Cobblers just have not been able to get Shreve involved in the offense. Chloe, Coach Lean said she'll go anywhere, and majority when she's in the front row, that's where they want the ball to go, and they just haven't given her a lot of chances. Tied at 2 in set 3. Jency Gergen will serve now for the Huron Tigers. Serve back row. Serve received by Page. Going to be free ball cross court. Davis back set right side for Pesky, going cross court too strong. And Rapid City Central leads 3-2. Cobblers again do some rotating here, and on to serve is Cadence Myers, who's now the libero for Rapid City Central. Serve receive Hines, back set, right side. Davis coming off the right side this time, and we have another net call on Rapid City Central, and we're tied at 3. You don't see Davis over on that right side often, but they did switch her there. Now Allie back to serve for Huron. Puts it back to the corner, down to get it was Richard, and the hit across by the Cobblers. Set by Gergen. Here's the hit. Knight off the top of the net, and oh, it was pancaked and kept alive by Rapid City Central. I thought that hit the floor. Here's Knight with the two-hand tip. Cobblers dig it out. Back set. Here's Shreve with the hit, back row, dug out. Pass ahead by Hines. Here comes Knight again with the tip into the campfire. Knight was robbed a little bit earlier in that volley, but she gets the tip kill there into the campfire. Addie Knight with her 4th kill. And Huron leads for the first time at 4-3 in set 3. Davis serves to the corner, goes long. We're tied at 4. 2 service errors this set for Huron, and they have 6 overall. Dudley in to serve, and she'll take over the setting duties from Gray for Rapid City Central. Dudley a couple of bounces and delivers the serve. Serve receive, back row Hines. Back set, here's the tip by Pesky over the block. Nice dig by the Cobblers. Hit right side, blocked, and Huron can't quite save it. That'll be a kill for Richard, her 2nd. And Rapid City Central up 5-4. Huron up 2-0. We're just in the beginning of set 3. Dudley serving again. Back row to Hines. Set, back set, right side. Here comes Pesky again and defeats the block that time. Kyla Pesky ties it at 5, picks up her 2nd kill of the afternoon. Hilton Hines now rotates back to serve. Chloe Carr into the front row for Huron. Serve it, back row. Serve receive Myers. Dudley has to come over to get it. Right side hit Tibke and kicked by Allie Davis in the back row. Tibke kicks up her 2nd kill, and the Cobblers go up 6-5. Into the front row is Abby Conroy for Rapid City Central, and serving is Isabel Richard. Back row to Davis. Back set, here's Pesky again, floats it back row. Dudley there, pass ahead. Free ball by the Cobblers off the top of the net. Overpass Huron. Dudley gets the position for the set again, right side off the top of the net. Nice dig by Knight, but overpass over the net, knocked back by Knight. Point Tigers, and I think Rapid City Central is in the net as well. We're tied at 6. Addie Knight with her 5th kill, 2nd of this set. Ava Wambach to serve and play back row for the Huron Tigers. Wambach to the corner and shanked out of the back row, and that goes out, and that'll be an ace for Wambach, and Huron retains the lead at 7-6. 2nd ace for Ava Wambach. Ava again prepares with the serve and goes long. Service error. And we're tied at 7. Already 3 service errors on Huron here in set number 3. That's almost half of Rapid City Central's points. Kaylin Duquette serving for Rapid City Central. Serve, receive, Hines, kind of shanked. Nice save by Gergen, going to be free balled by Wambach. Dudley will set from the net. They hit from the middle. Tigers dig with Hines, set in the middle. Carr will tip it to the right side and didn't quite get it over the net. Rapid City Central back up by 1 at 8-7. Duquette again prepares to serve for Rapid City Central. Back row, Hines. Gergen sets across. Here's Knight with the hit. Cross court. Boy, Addie lined that up and drilled it cross court. We're tied at 8. Knight now with 6 kills and 3 already here in set number 3. And Addison Knight will step back to serve. To the corner. Serve, receive. Dudley will set from the left side and goes long. Hitting air by Rubelt. And Huron gets the lead back at 9-8. This third set has stayed tight. I don't think anybody's had more than a 1-point lead here in set 3. Knight serving. Down to get it, overpass. Nope, Dudley saves it. Right side hit by Tibke. Tigers dig it out, and it's going to be a free ball by Allie Davis. Dudley back sets. Right side hit, Tibke. Blocked at the net by Davis, and the Cobblers can't save it. And there's the first 2-point lead for either team, 10-8. Huron goes up by 2. Block kill for Allie Davis. I have her for 9 kills. And Knight to serve again for Huron. Serve at back row. Serve, receive, Richard off the top of the net. And Huron in the net. I think it was an overpass, and Jency Gergen got a little anxious. Thought she was going to slap it back. Made contact with the net. Cobblers back within 1 at 10-9, and that brings Shreve back in for 3 rotations in the front row for Rapid City Central. Carolyn Gray on to serve and set as well for the Cobblers. Serve back row, Ava Wambach, a little shank there. Gergen keeps it alive, free balled by Hines to the corner. Gray from the net will set in the middle, and there's a hit. Shreve dug out by Knight. Quick set into the middle. That time Cobblers were ready. Over the net, hit, blocked back by Carr. Here comes Rapid City Central, go to the left side this time. Nice dig by Hines. Set for Carr, and just flat-footed, she'll hit it out. Wasn't really prepared for it, it looked like, and just didn't have her balance and hit it out, and we're tied at 10. Gray will serve again as Rapid City Central. Going volley to volley with Huron, but into the net, service error. Gives Huron the lead back at 11-10. First service error this set on Rapid City Central in their 4th of the afternoon. Claire Davis on to serve. Again, she's taken over that designated server position for this afternoon for Huron. She's delivered a couple of aces in the process. Davis serve, receive back row Richard. Set it to the left for Shreve. Cross court, dug out by Knight. Here comes Davis again. They hit, blocked, but out. Davis gets the kill. Rapid City Central thought it was in. It looked out to me. It wasn't the line I'm right on, though, either. Davis now with 10 kills, 12-10. Huron leading in set 3, up 2-0. Claire Davis serves. Into the net, service error. 12-11, Cobblers back within 1, and again, that's been Huron. 4 out of the 11 points by Rapid City Central in this set have been off service errors by Huron. Hines back in to play libero. Serving is Conroy, and drops it in front of Knight for the ace. We're tied at 12. Abby Conroy with the ace. That is just the second one this afternoon for Rapid City Central, but it ties the score at 12. Serve back row, there's Hines from the net. Gergen can back set it across. Cobblers there. Set in the middle for Shreve, blocked back by Olson. Set to the left, there's the hit, cross court. Couple girls come together, set for Davis, left side, top of the net, and rolls over. Oh, Allie, that's how powerful her swing is. It pretty much hit all of the tape, but still went over for the kill. 13-12. Huron back up by 1. 11 kills now for Allie Davis. Gergen back to serve for Huron with a 1-point lead in set 3. And that will drop right in front of Myers for the ace. Gergen puts Huron up 14-12, third ace today for Jency Gergen. Gergen again with the serve, back to the corner. Serve received by Page in the middle. Shreve winds up, dug out again by Knight. Back set, right side, Pesky with the tip just inside the pin. Cobblers stay with it, hit off the right side. Dig by Hines. Gergen sets. Here's the hit down the middle, too long. Had it set for Olsen, and Jaley just a little too much on it. And Rapid City Central back within one at 14-13. Cadence Myers, libero, will serve now for Rapid City Central. Serve to the corner, that's Knight. Back set, here comes Davis, just a tip up the middle and blocked back by the Cobblers. And we're tied at 14. Neither team's just been able to get a real run going. Cobblers, though, on a 2-0 run and trying to regain the lead with Myers serving. And the serve will go wide right. Service error right back to Huron, 15-14. Second service error for Rapid City Central, and a 5 total this afternoon. Allie Davis to serve for Huron. Floats it into the net. We swap service errors, and we're tied at 15. That is 5 service errors on the Huron Tigers here in set number 3. That's 1/3 of Rapid City Central's points. Rotating in for the Cobblers, Tibke. And Dudley puts it into the net. Now neither team can seem to get a successful serve as Dudley puts it into the net for Rapid City Central. Third service error on Rapid City Central. They have 6 total. Huron up 16-15. Hilton Hines serving. Back row serve received Myers. Going to be passed ahead. Just a free ball by Richard. Back row, Hines is there. Set to the left. Here comes Knight down the corner. Eats up Dudley down the line. Addie Knight puts Huron up 2, 17-15. That's 4 kills this set, 7 total for Addison Knight. And Huron pulls ahead by 2 with Hilton Hines serving. Hilton puts it back to the corner. Handled by Page, back set. Richard will hit it back row. Hines is there, off the net. Huron can't play it. And Richard will get the kill. Her third. 17-16, Huron's lead cut to 1. Into the front row, Abby Conroy for Rapid City Central serving as Richard. Davis handles it, not a great pass. Gergen comes up to get it. Here comes Knight, tipped at the net. Rapid City Central gets over to it. They'll hit from the back row, dug out by Davis. Back set for Pesky, her hit through the block. Nice dig by Myers. Right side hit, Tibke. Rapid City Central keeps it off the net and will free ball. And then nobody got there. It was just tipped right into the middle by Conroy, and Huron just kind of froze. Conroy with the kill, her third, and we're tied at 17. Cobblers with the serve. Serve received, Davis. Set in the middle. Here's Carr with the hit. Blocked back by Rapid City Central. Ducat with the block kill, and Rapid City Central a 3-0 run, and they now lead in set 3, 18-17. Isabel Richard on the serve and dies right in front of Davis for the ace. And Richard will get the ace, and Rapid City Central goes up by 2, 19-17. As they try to stay alive here, down 2-0. Huron uses their first timeout of the afternoon. We'll take a timeout of 30 on Dakota Sports.
For free insurance review with Blaine Anderson of Farmers Union Insurance. Auto, home, farm, life, and business. Become a certified policyholder with Farmers Union Insurance. Farmers Union Insurance, Blaine Anderson, 1835 Arizona Avenue, Southwest in Huron.
Looking for a personalized apparel for your insurance, budget, benefits, beauty, sports, of course. About sound, clothing, lighting, whatever fits not. Beauty sports, of course. Out front with the Tigers, beauty sports. Downtown Huron.
You're listening to the Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIJ.
Well, Huron Tigers used their first timeout of the afternoon here in set 3. A 4-0 run by Rapid City Central. That's the best run either team has had here in this third set. Huron controlled the first two sets at 25-14, 25-10, but this one has been tight all the way. We've been tied numerous times, but right now Rapid City Central holding some momentum as they serve off the timeout. Davis on serve receive, set in the middle for Carr. Her hit to the corner. Huron has the answer, back within one at 19-18. Kill number 5 for Chloe Carr. Wambach to serve and play back row for Huron. Now Huron needs a little run of their own. Down one, and Wambach for the serve. Serve receive Myers from the back row. Dudley back sets, just going to have to be a free ball. Davis there, back set. Here comes Carr again, blocked at the net. Cobblers keep it alive. We'll get it across with Dudley. Gergen sets, this time for Knight. Her hit through the block, dug out. Dudley will set from the middle. The tip to the corner. Great dig by Wambach. Here comes Knight with the tip in the middle. Cobblers get there. Right side hit Tibke. Dug out by Hines. Back set across by Gergen. And the Cobblers can't catch up to it. We're tied at 19. Jency Gergen with 4 kills this afternoon. They've all come on that second hit quick set. And Wambach with the serve. Dudley from the net will set off the left side. Tigers block it, keep it alive, overpass it. Here comes the Cobblers again with the tip up the middle, and boy, Wambach and Knight kind of looked at each other. Placed perfectly that time by Conroy. She'll get the kill. She has 4, and Rapid City Central up 20-19. Duquette serving for Rapid City Central. Serve receive Hines. Overpass, knocked back by Rapid City Central. And the Cobblers back up by 2, 21-19, with Rubelt getting her 3rd kill of the afternoon. Huron's had a few struggles in serve receive, and the Cobblers have capitalized. Serve receive Hines this time. Set, backline attack Davis, pops it across. Dudley will set to the left tip. Wambach is there. Gergen will set. Quick set up the middle. Cobblers cover it this time. Right side, Tibke with the hit. Gets it through the block. Tigers can't dig it out. And the Cobblers go up 22-19, trying to force set number 4. Elsa Tibke, her 3rd kill. And Huron's going to take their final timeout here. Cobblers trying to push us to a 4th set. We'll take a timeout of 30 on Dakota Sports.
Our staff, including Simmons and women, is made incredibly the best feelings at the best prices and truly local service. Turn to food and village and let you know. Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJD are your home for Huron Tiger Sports.
Back at the arena, Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update. Mitchell looking to make a statement. They're up 2-0 on number 5, Rapid City Stevens, 27-25, 28-26. That's your Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update. Duquette will serve as Rapid City Central 3 points away from pushing us to set 4. Serve receive Hines, and off the net. Huron will get it across. Nope, across the center line as Gergen was trying to play it off the net. And Rapid City Central 23-19 with the lead. Duquette serving for the Cobblers. Serve back row to Hines. From the net, Gergen will set for Knight. Her hit to the corner, got the line. Rapid City Central protesting, saying that it was out. Kill for Huron, and it's 23-20. It was right in front of the Cobbler bench. Knight with the kill, and now she'll step back and serve for the Huron Tigers, but Huron's got to get a run here. Knight serves to the corner, over to get it Conroy. Set in the middle, the tip over the block, dug out by Wambach. Set for Davis, left side, through the block. Myers mishandles it in the back row, and Huron strings 2 points together to pull within 23-21. Davis now with a dozen kills, 4 in this set. 23-21, Huron back within 2 in set 3. Knight serves back row, Cobblers handle it. Back set, right side Tibke. Tigers get a block on it, dug out by Knight. Set across for Davis. She'll tip over the block in the Campfire. Great dig by the Cobblers. Not a great pass, but they do get it across. Gergen sets. Here comes Carr, right side through the block, and net call on Huron. I think Gergen touched it with her shoulder as she was setting Carr, and it's set point for Rapid City Central at 24-21. Gray is in. She'll serve and take over setting duties for the Cobblers. Cobblers trying to push us to a 4 set. Wambach on serve receive. Set for Davis. Her hit left side. Keeps Huron alive in the corner. It's 24-22. Here, Cobblers lead. Huron will get the serve back with Jency Gergen. Huron trying to determine who's going to sub in here. As I think Huron, after all this mess, I think Huron's going to need a lineup check. Now Claire Davis coming in. Gergen was originally back there. I thought she was going to serve, but actually it's Claire Davis. So we're still at set point, Rapid City Central. But Huron does control the serve with Claire Davis. Davis delivers it off the top of the net. Nice dig by Myers. Set it to the left as Shreve's back in and drills it through the block. Shreve with the kill and will play on. Cobblers take set 3, 25-22. Set 4 coming up after this 2-minute timeout on Dakota Sports.
Queen of Huron, the hardest blizzard of the month is Reese's Caramel Craze. And it's only for a limited time, so get your new favorite blizzard today. For birthdays or anniversaries, or for any occasion, get a DQ cake. Call 352-5097 and shop it and order one for your party. Treat yourself and then reward yourself with the DQ app and download it today and save. Dairy Queen of Huron is open every day of the week for lunch, dinner, or an anytime snack. Dairy Queen of Huron.
Are your cans performing to their full potential? Does the ration provide everything they need? But the experienced feed consultants of Dakota Land Feed help you get the performance you want and the service you deserve. With the ability to balance rations for every stage of a farm's life, the feed consultants provide valuable information to support your operation. They strive to provide best-in-class service and knowledge you can count on. Dakota Land Feed, your local feed supplier. When the game means bumps, bruises, and breaks happen. Lean on Huron Regional Medical Center Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Ober and Dr. Todd Anderson, along with the pro rehab physical therapy teams, are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at HuronRegional.org, because when it comes to your health, the right care is right here. And that's the work to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center.
1919 root beer is brewed in 12 ounces with only the finest ingredients, real sugar and real vanilla. Their unique recipe and choice ingredients make 1919 root beer the creamiest, full-body draft root beer available. Pick up 1919 root beer, distributed by Elwine Brothers, at your favorite convenience store or grocery store in Huron. Elwine Brothers wishes the Huron Tigers the best of luck. Go Tigers! Dakota Sports KIJD, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Back at the Huron Arena, I'm Jeff Duffy with Huron Tiger Volleyball. Rapid City Central stays alive with a third set win. Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update. Huron took the first 2 sets, 25-14 and 10. But then the Cobblers took control late in set 3 and defeated Huron 25-22, so we play on to set 4 here at the arena. Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update, 111 Dakota Avenue North here in Huron. Tuesday is Breast Cancer Awareness Night, annual event for Huron Tiger Volleyball and the HRMC Foundation. I'm not sure, we'll have to talk to Coach Lingen in the post-match, see when the silent auction will go live. I assume that's coming if it hasn't already. And wear your pink to the arena on Tuesday as Huron will host Sioux Falls Roosevelt. Got my pink shirt today. I'll be in pink on Tuesday myself. Rapid City Central will have the opening serve for set number 3. And it's Carolyn Gray. Gray will put it to the corner tonight. Gergen comes out to get it. Here comes Carr. She'll just tip it over the block. Cobblers can back set right side. They hit down the line, up the middle, and dumped in the middle by Conroy. She'll get the kill, and Rapid City Central up 1-0 to start set number 4. 5th kill of the match for Abby Conroy. And again, Gray with the serve for Rapid City Central. Serve received Knight. Gergen sets for Carr, tips it up the middle, and I think they're going to call the illegal hit on Carr. Rapid City Central up quickly, 2-0. Gray again on the serve for the Cobblers. Into the net, service error. Huron gets one back, it's 2-1. That is the 7th service error on Rapid City Central. And Claire Davis serving for the Huron Tigers. 2-1, we're in set 4. Huron up 2-1 in the match. Serve receive, they get Shreve right side, cross court, and was there a touch? There was not. It did go long. It was just a matter, Huron kind of took a swing at it back there, but it is a hitting error on Shreve, and we're tied at 2. Davis again with the serve to the corner, shanked in the back row by Isabel Richard. That's an ace for Claire Davis, and Huron leads 3-2. Third ace of the afternoon for sophomore Claire Davis, and she'll serve again for the Huron Tigers. Serve receive, back row by Myers, and just going to be a free ball by the Cobblers. Davis is there, bump ahead. Here comes Allie Davis, pops it back row. Cobblers keep it alive. Hit on the right side by Shreve, dug out by Claire Davis. Overpass, and drawing the line is Shreve. Overpass, and Shreve just took the swing and nailed it right on the line. And we're tied at 3. Chloe Shreve picks up her 4th kill of the afternoon. Serving is Abby Conroy. Back row, there's Hines. Back set right for Jaylee Olsen. Her hit popped up in the air, dug out by Gray. Pass ahead, right side free ball down the line, dug out by an overpass by Huron. Set to the left, they hit by Richard. Cross court, nice dig by Hines. Set to the left, and the tip across by Allie Davis. Shank, but Cobblers stay with it. Third hit, free ball, get it across to Wambach. Gergen will set. Here comes Olsen. She jumped too early, just had to tip it across. Back set, right side hit, into the net was a block. I thought that hit the net, but we play on. From the net, here's Gray. Here's the hit, Shreve from the middle. Tigers get a block on it. Set to the left this time, set really kind of off, but good play by Richard to keep it alive. Tip back by Olsen, long volley here. Back set right side and will be hit and out, went outside the antenna. Long volley and finally hitting here gives the point to Huron at 4-3. We're in set 4, Huron up 2-1. Pesky will come in for Huron as Wambach leaves the floor, and Jency Gergen will serve for the Huron Tigers. 4-3 in set 4. Cobblers rallied to stay alive, winning set 3. Gergen serving, shanked by Myers, and great play. Nope, went outside the antenna. Great recovery by by Rubelt, but she hit it outside the antenna. So it is a point for Huron, 5-3, and Gergen with the ace. I have Gergen now with 4 aces, 4 kills. 5-3 lead Huron. Serve by Gergen, serve receive, back row Richard, comes right back to her. Her hit left side, blocked and off the antenna. That'll be a Rapid City Central point with the kill going to Richard. Richard with her 4th kill. Cobblers within 1 at 5-4. And Cadence Myers, libero, serving for Rapid City Central. Now the officials are having a discussion. It sure looked to me like it was hit by Central, blocked by Huron, then hit the antenna. But the two officials are having a discussion about what did actually happen there. For now, it's 5-4 Huron. Boy, they're having a long conversation about this. And they are going to give it to Rapid City Central, which I do believe is the correct call. That's what it looked like to me anyway. And now Myers will wait and get her a chance to serve. It looked like Coach Lean is too upset about the discussion. Serve back row, and now we have a whistle, and I think it was a foot fault actually on Myers serving. So officially a service error. And Huron leads 6-4 with Allie Davis serving. Floats it back row, and great play by Page to get over to that, and the Cobblers get it across, bump ahead. Here comes Knight from the middle into the net. 6-5. Again, the Cobblers within one. Again, neither team can really get a run going. In that third set, which the Cobblers won, Rapid City Central only had one run, but it was at the right time. I think it was like a 4 or 5-0 run late in the set, which gave them the lead and ultimately went on for the win. Serve back row, serve receive Hines, bumped ahead by Gergen, just going to have to be a free ball by Knight. From the net, Dudley will set in the middle, tipped into the back row. Going to be bumped ahead by Hines, hit off the right side, Pesky cross court, and the Cobblers in the net. And Huron back up by 2 at 7-5. Hilton Hines on the serve for the Huron Tigers. So again, both teams just, can somebody make a run in this set? Serve receive back row, Shank. Dudley tried to keep it alive but couldn't. That'll be an ace for Hilton Hines, and Huron stretches the lead to 3 at 8-5. I don't think they ever had a 3-point lead in the third set. Hilton Hines with her second ace of the set, or of the night. Afternoon, that's where we're at. Dudley hustles and can't make the play off the net. Wasn't a great serve receive, and Huron has opened up a 9-5 lead here in set 4. And now Rapid City Central is going to take a timeout. Huron up 2-1. Huron a 4-point lead in set 4. Timeout of 30 on Dakota Sports.
Northern Center for Recreation and Fun is your ultimate destination for fun and fitness. Challenge yourself and get fit with a fitness quiz that fits your schedule. Northern Center offers water quiz, weight and cardio classes, bicycle spin classes, and more. These fitness classes are led by the Northern Center's expert instructors. Sign up for a fitness class today. The Northern Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJZ.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena. Huron 9, Rapid City Central 5 in set 4. Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update. Huron took the first two sets, 25-14 and 10. Cobblers rallied for the third set win, 25-22. Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update. After the match, Gary Zell Autoglass post-game show, and we will select our Signature Plus player of the game. Hilton 9 serves off the timeout. Back row, Myers down to get it. Dudley will set from the net, hit by Tibke, and got it through the block. Double block over there, and there was nobody to cover as it just went off to the side. Breaks the Huron run. It's 9-6. Huron cut to 3. As Elsa Tibke will get her 4th kill. Cobbler serve, Richard. Serve receive, Knight. Set back to Addie. Her hit off the right side. Dug out by Dudley. Third hit. Cobblers can't get to it. Addison Knight answers for Huron. It's 10-6. I have Addie Knight with 9 kills. That's actually the first kill. Huron's got 10 points, and that's the first kill. Airs and aces for Huron thus far. Third hit, free balled by Rapid City Central. Gergen from the net will set for Carr. Her hit way off. Was it touched? Boy, Huron, everybody in Huron said it was touched. I couldn't see it, and I see everybody on the coaching staff shaking their head. No, it was not touched, just out. 10-7. Huron's lead again, cut to 3. Kaylin Duquette serving for Rapid City Central. Allie Davis down to get it from the middle. The tip across by Carr. Cobblers handle from the middle. They hit right down the middle, and Tigers dig it out. Davis from the back row pops a back row and found the back line. Rapid City Central let it go, and that fell in. Probably did hit the line. Either case, it's a kill for Allie Davis. 14 on the afternoon for Allie. Serve receive, nice serve receive by Rapid City Central, right side Tibke. Tigers can set it, back set, here comes Carr right side, going back against her body and puts it right by Myers in the back row, and Huron builds a 5-point lead, 12-7. Chloe Carr now with 6 kills on the afternoon. Addison Knight serving, shanked in the back row, and Huron up 13-7 as Knight delivers the ace. Huron is definitely out-acing Rapid City Central. Rapid City Central, I have them for just 3 aces in the entire match, and Huron's got 4 aces here in this set. Serve by Knight, serve receive, back row Myers. Set across, left side, hit into the back row, dug out by Hines. Set for Davis, Allie puts it down the line, nobody home, and Huron building a lead. 4-0 run by Huron, they go up 14-7. Kill number 15 for Allie Davis. Knight will serve as Huron trying to build momentum here in set 4. Serve it to the back row, serve receive Richard. Dudley will back set for Tibke, and that'll be shanked out of the back row. Tibke breaks the Huron run. It's 14-8. Elsa Tibke has 5 kills. That's her second of this set. Shreve back into the front row for Rapid City Central. And Gray on to serve and set for the Cobblers. 14-8, Huron leading in set 4. Serve back row to Knight. From the net, Gergen will set over to Davis. Allie with the hit down the line. That eats up Gray. Allie Davis with that powerful swing puts Huron up 15-8, and that's 16 kills for Allie Davis. Jaylee Olson in to the front row, and Claire Davis will serve for Huron as Hilton Hines takes her 1 rotation seat on the bench as libero. Huron up 7. Claire Davis serves. Serve received by Conroy. From the middle, the hit goes way out. Hitting Aaron Rubelt, and Huron trying to pull away up 16-8 in set 4. Claire Davis puts the serve again, back row, handled by Richard. Set to the right, here comes Shreve. Tigers got a block on it, dug out by Wambach. Here's Allie Davis again off that right side, and oh, just missed. Cobblers kind of went after it, and boy, well, one, it kind of looked into me, and it also looked like it might have been deflected. Either way, 16-9, Cobblers get the point, is officially a hitting error on Huron. Serving now is Abby Conroy for Rapid City Central. Back row, Wambach shanks it. Hines gets under it, however. Free balled by Allie Davis. Gray from the net will set in the middle. They hit through the Tiger block. And another kill for Rubelt, I believe. JC Rubelt with her 4th kill, and Rapid City Central pulls within 16-10. Conroy serving for the Cobblers. She'll send it back row to Knight. Bumped ahead by Gergen and tipped across by Davis. Set and way off on the set, hit the antenna. Setting air gets the point back to Huron, and it's 17-10, 8 minutes after 2 o'clock. KIJV, AM/FM Huron. Wambach comes out. Jaylee Olson into the front row for Huron, and Reagan Page in to play back row for Rapid City Central. Jency Gergen preparing to serve as Huron up 17-10 in set 4. Serve back row, Page down to get it, set in the middle, they hit by Shreve, just goes long. Had the right idea, but it winds up being a hitting error, and Huron goes up 18-10. Jency Gergen again preparing to serve. Huron trying to pull away here in the set 4. Gergen to the corner. Serve, receive, Richard. Pass ahead. Richard will just free ball it. Cross court. Dug out by Knight. Bumped by Gergen. Here comes Davis with the hit through the block. Dug out by Myers. Saved by Gray. And then they get it across. Bumped ahead. And just going to be a scramble situation. And Knight gets it across. Set in the middle for Gray. Hit cross court. And Gergen and Pesky kind of came together on that. And Rubelt will get the kill, her 5th. 18-11. Huron's lead cut to 7. Now Cadence Myers will serve for Rapid City Central. Huron up 2-1. Serve back row to Hines. Gergen with the set for Pesky off the right side. Goes long. 18-12. Couple points in a row by Rapid City Central as they look to crawl back in here in set 4. Myers serving to the corner to Knight. Gergen back sets, right side for Davis this time, into the net. And Huron's gotten a little out of sync here as Rapid City Central has run off 3 unanswered to come within 5, 18-13. Myers again serving. And back row, that's an ace as Davis and Knight did not communicate, and Rapid City Central is pulled within 4 at 18-14. Huron's going to take a timeout. 18-14, Huron leading in set 4, up 2-1. Timeout 30 on Dakota Sports.
Brian J. Davidson Insurance Agency in Huron. We change thousands of diapers, cut out hundreds of crusts, take hours of peekaboos and duck goose, because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Brian Davidson will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the controls. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance can mean everything. Call today, because like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Dakota Sports KIJB, 1330 AM and 95.3 FM.
Rapid City Central on a 4-0 run. They're crawling back in here, down 18-14. Force Huron to use their first timeout of the set. Each team has 1 timeout remaining. Arian Fitzer will check on the floor to play front row for Huron. First thing they got to do now is break the serve of Cadence Myers, who has been serving on this rally by the Cobblers. Serve received Knight. Quick set across by Olsen. And did it hit the floor? It did. Kind of a late whistle. Jaylee Olsen, kind of an awkward tip, but she made it work. And Huron finally breaks the serve and gets one back. It's 19-14. Jaylee Olsen picks up her 4th kill. Allie Davis serving. Serve receive back row by Page. Here's the hit, cross court. Davis digs it out to the net. 3rd hit going to be free ball to the corner by Hines. Cobblers will set it to the left to Richard, and it'll go out. And Huron a couple points in a row to get the lead back to 6 at 20-14. Allie Davis again prepares for the serve. To the corner, serve receive, kind of a shank by Myers, and nobody ever went after it after it went off to the left. An ace for Allie Davis, and Huron back up by 7, 21-14, and the Cobblers going to burn their final timeout. Huron trying to put it away here in the 4 set, up 21-14, timeout of 30 on Dakota Sports.
Experience delicious. Experience Magazine Restaurant in East Lounge. They specialize in steaks, burgers, seafood, and pasta. Find it here at Grill Party in a private room and offer catering too. Open Monday through Friday 4 to 10, Saturday 4 to 11, and open for lunch every Thursday 11 to 2 and closed on Sunday. Find in the restaurant in East Lounge in the classroom in downtown Huron. You're listening to Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIJB.
Cobblers burn their final timeout. Huron has inched the lead up to 21-14 here, trying to put things away in set 4. Boy, you sure take a lot of time off of timeouts. Allie Davis, though, will serve for Huron. Puts it back to the corner, played by Page. Pass ahead by Myers. Just going to be a free ball by Gray. Hines comes out to get it from the net. Gergen back sets. Here's the hit by Fitzer. Bounces off the top of the net. Cobblers get there. Right side, Shreve will go long. Hitting air puts Huron back up by 8, 22-14. So a 4-0 run by Huron after Rapid City Central had a 4-0 run, and Huron now 3 points away. Davis serves to the corner. Myers down to get it. Bumped by Gray. Here's the hit by Shreve off the top of the net. Huron stays with it. Going to be hit back across by Davis. Hustling over to get it, Gray. Here's the hit, Richard, left side. Set by Gergen. Tip across by Knight. Cobblers play it. Just going to be a free ball by Page. Set in the middle. There's Olsen. Drills it to the corner. Jaylee Olsen puts Huron within 2 points at 23-14. Jaylee now with 5 kills. And Huron up 23-14. Black roll floater, misplayed in the back row. That'll be an ace. And Huron at match point, 24-14, is Allie Davis trying to finish it out. She's had a pair of aces in this rotation, and Huron can shut the door right here at match point. Davis floats a serve, and Myers off the net. Cobblers stay with it. They will get it across. Davis digs. Gergen set in the middle. Olsen will just tip it across. Dugout set to the left. Here's the hit by Richard, and misplayed in the back row by Hines. Richard will get the kill, her 5th, and the Cobblers stay alive at 24-15. But still, they got to be perfect here as Huron remains at match point. Dudley in to serve and set. And that brings Tibke, Elsa, into the back row, or into the front row for Rapid City Central. Serve received, Davis, and nobody home. That'll be an ace for Rapid City Central, 24-16, as Deja Dudley gets the ace. 24-16, couple points in a row here for Rapid City Central. Serve back row to Hines. From the net, Gergen will set for Fitzer in the middle, drops it to the corner, and Huron will win it in 4. Fitzer with the finishing kill, and Huron wins in 4 sets, 25-14, 25-10, 22-25, 25-16. Huron improves to 6-10. Rapid City Central drops to 8-11. Gary Zell Autoglass postgame is next after this 2-minute timeout on Dakota Sports on Tiger.
Getting back to your best is what we do best. Our team of experts will work with you one-on-one to develop a rehab plan such as you do for you are. Don't let an injury keep you from doing what you love. Call Car Chiropractic today at 605-352-5264 or visit carchiropractic.com. Adams quickly reserve oils in place for convenient, reliable oil changes. Fast, easy, no-pressure oil changes for your family vehicle. No appointment needed. See them at 159 Fort Avenue North and Adam McCall, 352 Down 55. Adams quickly is also has tire repair, batteries, and filters. Adams may own and open at 4 a.m. every day except Sundays. Trust your family vehicle with Adams quickly. 159 Fort Avenue North, Adams quickly is proud sponsor of Tiger Sports. Godfather's Pizza of Huron offers dine-in, carry-out, or fast delivery. Every day of the week. For delivery or carry-out, you're going to call at 352-6925. Not sure what to order from the realistic menu? Then dine in and try the famous Godfather's today. Featuring a variety of pizza slices, tasty chicken, and many salads and desserts to choose from. With local ales to stop in and say hi to Derek and the rest of the pizza crew. We're open at 195 21st Street in Huron. Godfather's Pizza. Give me a call, 352-6925. Gary Zell Autoglass is a proud supporter of Huron High School sports and the Tiger postgame show. Gary and Michael Zell offer mobile glass replacement of windshields, door glass, cars and trucks, even tractor cabs on site. Gary Zell Autoglass does ship repairs, and they process all insurance paperwork. Call 352-0836 or toll free 1-888-852-0355. Gary Zell Autoglass in Huron. The Huron
Huron Tiger post-game report on Tiger 95 is brought to you by Gary Zell Auto Glass. Here's the voice of the Tigers, Jeff Duffy.
Well, Huron Tigers win it in 4 and go 2-1 on the week and split their weekend with the Rapid City Public Schools, losing to Stevens last night, but coming back to win here this afternoon over Rapid City Central. Rapid City Stevens, by the way, won set 3 in Mitchell, 25-17. So it's still Mitchell up 2-1 as the first 2 sets. Mitchell won, but going extra, I believe it was 26-24, 27-25, or 27-25, 28-26. And that's your Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update. Still working on my stats. We'll take another 2-minute timeout. Coach Lean will be up, and we will select that Signature Plus player of the game. Here as we continue, Gary Zell Auto Glass post game, 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
Is proud to sponsor the Huron Tigers. The doctors and staff at the Huron Eye Clinic are committed to providing quality service and products to their patients in Huron and surrounding areas. The Huron Eye Clinic offers comprehensive eye exams, contact lens exams, infant teeth screenings, LASIK consultations, ocular disease services, and pediatric eye care. Stop in at the office at 1288 Dakota Avenue, South to make an appointment, or call the Huron Eye Clinic today at 605-352-4181.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance your existing home? I'm Jamie Olson, the local mortgage loan officer at American Bank and Trust in Huron. Whether it's a conventional loan with local servicing, VA, everything, rural development, jumbo, or a home equity line of credit, I'm here to help you find the right fit. Let's make your home goals happen. Apply today at mortgagewithsting.com or call 353-2818. American Bank and Trust, where your journey begins. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Wishbone Market is proud to be part of the Huron community and the Huron area high school athletes all season long. At Wishbone, they believe in supporting local, which is why you'll find South Dakota favorites on their shelves, from wines and meats to hometown snacks. They have great in-store savings and new products with updates shared on their Facebook page. Follow them on Facebook and stop in today. Shop local, save more, and enjoy the best from South Dakota at Wishbone Market. Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season. Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJZ are your home for Huron Tiger Sports.
And welcome back to the Huron Arena. We continue the Gary Zell Auto Glass post-match as the Huron Tigers win in 4 this afternoon. Run down the stats that I have for Rapid City Central, 8-10 on the season. Cadence Myers had an ace for the Cobblers, 3 kills for Kaylin Duquette, 4 kills for Elsa Tibke, 5 kills apiece for Isabel Richard, Abby Conroy, and J.C. Rubelt, and 4 kills for Chloe Shreve. Richard had 2 aces and 1 ace for Deja Dudley. For Huron, now 6-10 on the season. Jency Gergen, 4 kills, 4 aces. 6 kills for Chloe Carr, 2 aces for Hilton Hines, 2 kills for Kyla Pesky, 9 kills, 3 aces. Addie Knight, 16 kills, 5 aces for Allie Davis. A kill for Arian Fitzer, 5 kills, Jaylee Olson, 2 aces, Ava Wambach, and 3 aces for Claire Davis. And you look at the aces, I remember I mentioned it right there late in the match that Huron had a huge advantage on aces. Well, I just totaled everything up. Huron, and again, the way I score aces and even kills for that matter might be a little more liberal than what the rules might go, but I had Huron with 19 aces to 4 for Rapid City Central. So when you're serving that well and that aggressively, that pays dividends for any volleyball team. So those are the stats. Still waiting for Coach Lean to come up. Coming up on Tuesday, right back here at the arena for Tiger Volleyball. It'll be Huron hosting Sioux Falls Roosevelt Breast Cancer Awareness Night as well. That includes the rose ceremony to honor those in the battle, fought the battle, or finished the battle with breast cancer. Always a solemn ceremony, always a very fun thing. I shouldn't say fun, but a very stirring thing to watch. Wear your pink to the arena as well. I got my T-shirt delivered this afternoon, the special one here, but anything pink. You don't necessarily have to wear one of the ones this year. Just, I got about 4 or 5 of them in my house the way it is. And again, we'll check with Coach Lean when he comes up as well, and we'll see just when we're going to have see if that silent auction is up yet or when it's going to go up. But that's always a big fundraiser as well. Remember, all the money that goes into Breast Cancer Awareness Night, all that money stays right here in Huron as the volleyball team works directly with the HRMC Foundation, and the money funded goes right to the We Got You Covered program. That's a program by the HRMC Foundation that ensures anyone in need of a mammogram can get one. So that's what all the fundraising goes each year. And, of course, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month as well. Tigers win it in 4, still waiting for Coach Lean to come up to talk about this one. We'll continue the Gary Zell Auto Glass post game after this timeout of 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
Reinsurance review with Lane Anderson of Farmers Union Insurance. Auto, home, farm, life, and business. Become a satisfied policyholder with Farmers Union Insurance. Farmers Union Insurance, Lane Anderson, 1835 Arizona Avenue, Southwest in Huron.
Looking for a good quality of barrel fishing stations and structures with distance, beauty sports, of course. About sign, logo, money, graphics, and not. Beauty sports, of course. Out front with the Tigers, beauty sports, downtown Huron. The 130 stores in 12 states, the food line is the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Summerlin is America's #1 dealer for made-in-wood furniture. Summerlin is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Siddons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Summerlin Insurance is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including Siddons and women, is made entirely of your names in heaven. So for the best brands at the best prices, Summerlin is truly local service.
Treat yourself right and have the Dairy Queen of Huron. The August blizzard is month is Reese's Caramel Craze, and it's only for a limited time, so get your new favorite blizzard today. For birthdays or anniversaries, or for any occasion, get a DQ cake. Call 352-5097 or shop it and order one for your party. Treat yourself and then reward yourself with the DQ app and download it today and save. Dairy Queen of Huron is open every day of the week for lunch, dinner, or an anytime snack. Dairy Queen of Huron.
Are your cows performing to their full potential? Does the ration provide everything they need? But the experienced feed consultants at Dakota Land Feed help you get the performance you want and the service you deserve. With the ability to balance rations for every stage of a cow's life, the feed consultants provide valuable information to support your operation. They strive to provide best-in-class service and knowledge you can count on. Dakota Land Feed is your local feed supplier.
Dakota Sports KIJZ, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena. Still waiting for Coach Lean. I don't see the girls out on the floor yet. Once they come out of the locker room, then we know we're about ready to see Coach Lean make his appearance up here. We'll pick our Signature Plus player of the game here this afternoon and also get his comments as well. We can do a Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update. Mitchell and Stevens, they could be going 5. Mitchell took the first 2 sets from Stevens, number 5 in the state, 27-25, 28-26. Stevens bounced back to take set 3, 25-18, and Stevens leading set 4, 20-16, trying to force that 5th set. Again, our score here on wins in 4, 25-14, 25-10, 22-25, 25-22. Harrisburg playing in Omaha at a tournament. I guess, yep, that is a final. So it's a 2 out of 3. Harrisburg defeated Omaha Scott Catholic 26-24, 25-21. And they got matches. Well, it looks like several teams are out down there in Lincoln as well. So, but that's all we have for varsity here. Our JV, Huron gets the sweep this afternoon, 25-17 or 25-15, 25-17, and the sophomores win 26-24, 25-7. Coach Lean has made it up. We'll take a timeout of 2 minutes, come back and talk about this one. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
Huron Regional Medical Center, Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Ober and Dr. Todd Anderson, along with the Pro Rehab Physical Therapy teams, are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at HuronRegional.org, because when it comes to your health, the right care is right here. Best of luck to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center.
1919 root beer is brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients, real sugar and real vanilla. Their unique recipe and choice ingredients make 1919 root beer the creamiest, full-body draft root beer available. Pick up 1919 root beer, distributed by Elwine Brothers, at your favorite convenience store or grocery store in Huron. Elwine Brothers wishes the Huron Tigers the best of luck. Go Tigers!
Northern Center for Recreation in Huron is your ultimate destination for fun and fitness. Challenge yourself and get fit with a fitness class that fits your schedule. Northern Center offers water classes, weight and cardio classes, bicycle skin classes, and more. New fitness classes are led by the Northern Center's expert instructors. Sign up for a fitness class today. The Northern Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends.
This is Matt Sibu with Brian J. Davidson Insurance Agency in Huron. We change thousands of diapers, cut up hundreds of crusts, play hours of peekaboo and duck goose, because you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Brian Davidson will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you'd do anything for, life insurance can mean everything. Call today, because like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJZ.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena, where the Huron Tigers win in 4 over Rapid City Central this afternoon. Head coach Josh Lean joins us now. And Coach, well, the 3 sets we won, we pretty much won going away. When Rapid City Central was able to keep it close, they were able to pull that one out in the third. But we had a lot of errors there in the third, too, especially serving. That might have been the difference there. Otherwise, you had to be happy. A solid effort by the girls. We served aggressively.
Yeah, we did. We served we were able to keep them out of system most of the day and took their their better hitters and kind of, at least reduced it to a ball that we could transition through. So I felt like our serving was really pointed today, really solid. We added Claire Davis for the first time to our serve rotation today. She had been working on a new serve that looked really good in JV, gave her that chance to serve, and that kind of added to our ace total, at least today it did. So that was really solid. I did feel like in that third set when it was a competitive match, and I'll be honest, when I think about that match, that was one of those that we lost the matchup battle, right? In between every set, a coach decides kind of which rotation you're going to start in and what matchups you're looking to try to.
You were a little bit like a mad scientist on that today.
And it worked, and I was all over the place because so were they, right? And
yeah.
They guessed right in set 3. I got outguessed in set 3, which I hate to admit out loud because I'll lose sleep over that. But at the end of the day, she had her better kids in the right rotation at the right time, and we did not have our strong rotations up. And, whether you like it or not, we have, of the 6 rotations, every team's going to have, one that probably is a struggling rotation, one that's maybe more successful, and we just got lined up just right in set 3, where their 3 best players, right, 14, 4, and 10, were all in the front row during our weak rotation moment, and that paid off for them, right? So we had to spin the dial just a little bit, and that's a little risky because if she guesses that I'm going to spin and she spins it too, then we're all kinds of – it's just a chess match. So ultimately I thought she played that third set very well. We got the matchup right in set 4, and then the rest, as you say, is kind of history because we served them, really out of the gym with what, 19 aces. I think you've got.
I got
board.
it 19 to 4.
I'll take that.
And
yep.
I'm very liberal with these. I mean, if it gets hit 3 times but doesn't go in the right direction, it's an ace
I'll
in
take
my
that
book.
too. No, I'll take that too. So, yeah, really well played tonight. And when they were serving at us, I felt like we received well tonight. Now, always room for improvement, but I thought Allie was really a staple in serve receive today. Of course, Hilton is right there with Allie as far as serve receive numbers. And today, Ava grew up a little bit. She serve received 1.9, which on a scale to 3, that's a really good day for her. And so I felt like she was targeted, and she won the battle today. So they watched their film, they served at Ava, and that was a win for us today.
And Ava Wambach is our signature plus player of the game, as we thought, well, we'll go with the serve receive today because that's a first line of offense, really, when it comes down to it. And, Ava had really not much varsity experience at all before this year. In fact, he kind of eased her in, I think, is when we went up to Aberdeen, is where you really started rotating her in the back row.
Well, and when you put a kid in the back row, it's, as a coach, you just think a defensive player is a defensive player. But the reality
the other team sees that.
They do. And the reality is Ava, she's playing right back on the varsity as she comes in for our opposite. Well, on the JV, she's playing a lot of left back, or middle back, I should say, in her libero jersey on the JV. So, the more games she gets a chance to get her eyes right on that right pin, and she's starting to see outside hitters tipping, led her to about, I think, 8 or 9 digs today because she just was in the right spot. Her eyes are starting to catch up to her body, and she's reading things really well. So Ava Wambach, well-deserved. Now, I don't want to discredit because, I thought Allie and Addie are 2 left back and outside hitters. I thought they did a really nice job. 2 weeks ago, we'd have been beaten down the line on that back pin when their opposite was swinging at us. And I thought Allie and Addie both gave every effort into the movement to the back line shot, played good defense when they got there, and made some really – they grew up a little bit in that position today, and I'm proud of them for that. And if we keep making those moves, that's what I told them in the locker room. We keep being disciplined on those moves. Our defense is going to continue to improve, and we're just gonna continue to be a hard out for teams. And so now, I guess looking forward, we're gonna take a day, we're gonna get everything iced, and we're gonna get everything rested, and then we're gonna come back on Monday and practice in preparation for a Tuesday matchup against Roosevelt.
And one thing, and we didn't really talk about this in pregame, but from a now we're starting to watch the seed points now, and we were right behind Rapid City Central coming in here. We'll see what happens when we come out of it. But every step you can take up gives you potentially a better matchup.
Yep.
So the teams that look like us, these are the important matches. I think Roosevelt's kind of one of those teams that looks like us as well.
And we talked about that in the locker room. We talked about coming off of tonight, bounced back from last night with a good effort today. I was proud of them for that. And now bouncing and maintaining our intent and our focus for Tuesday, because that's going to be a good match on Tuesday. Not just because we're showcasing pink, and we're supporting the cancer effort here in town, but the reality is the volleyball match is going to be very competitive. And so when we look at Roosevelt and look at us, we don't mirror each other by any stretch, but we do have our strength is going to be against their strength, and it's going to be really, I think, a good matchup, a good battle to watch. And so I am excited about that. We got to get to work on Monday and really make sure we're ready for that scouting report. But first, the other deep breath that I took in the locker room, if I'm being honest, is I said I didn't want the girls to lose focus on how important the evening is, right? All the effort we put into selling T-shirts and making sure everybody in town has the right size, getting the donations from the local businesses, and then honoring our Rose recipient.
Here's mine right here.
There it is. Do all of those efforts that seem like work. We can't forget why we're doing it, right? Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, yes, we want to win a volleyball match. Yes, we want to support the Huron, the HRMC Foundation in support of breast cancer awareness and early detection and all of those very positive things that have really impacted all of us. I'm gonna honor my stepmom for the first time this year, as this has been a recent development in our family, and so all of those things touch us a little bit differently, and it's all important. And I didn't want the girls to go through the weekend without hearing that from me, how important it is in our lives. heaven forbid, if they need to use those resources, in their lives, it's going to be there because we're still going to be, raising money for this effort. So again, a lot of things going on. And in the middle of all that, we're going to play a volleyball match, and it's going to be a good one. So if we serve like we did tonight, we're gonna find ourselves in a situation we're gonna like at the end of the game.
Josh Lean, head coach here on Tiger Volleyball. Tigers win in 4 over Rapid City Central today. We'll take a final timeout of 1 minute, wrap it up here from the arena on Dakota Sports.